The meetup and plan. 1. Daniel and Ethan meet. 3 years had passed since the tumultuous events that had appended their lives. During this time, fate brought Daniel and Ethan together. Their meeting was unexpected but deeply significant. A convergence of two paths that had been irrevocably altered by loss and vengeance. Daniel had been honing his abilities, becoming stronger and more formidable with each passing day. His quest to uncover the truth about Arya had taken him to the far corners of the city and beyond. Ethan, on the other hand, had undergone a transformation of his own. Though infected by a vampire bite, he had somehow managed to suppress his vampiric nature, retaining the strength and agility of a vampire while remaining human and capable of walking in the sunlight. Their paths crossed in a dilapidated safe house on the edge of the city, a place known only to those who needed refuge from the chaos. Initially wary of each other, their shared connection to Arya quickly bridged any gaps. They soon found themselves allies in their mutual quest for vengeance. 2. Daniel's strength and resolve. Daniel had become a force to be reckoned with. His family had sent numerous vampires to bring him back, hoping to rein in his rebellious streak. Each attempt ended in failure, with Daniel dispatching his pursuers with brutal efficiency. His skills had been honed in countless battles, and his resolve was unbreakable. He had embraced his vampire nature fully, using it to fuel his relentless pursuit of those responsible for Arya's fate. 3. Ethan's transformation. Ethan's journey had been equally transformative. By sheer willpower and determination, he had suppressed the vampire infection coursing through his veins. This unique condition granted him the best of both worlds, the strength and speed of a vampire, combined with the resilience and stamina of a human. Unlike the creatures he despised, Ethan could walk under the sun, a powerful symbol of his resistance against the darkness that sought to claim him. 4. Sharing stories about Arya. In the dim light of the safe house, Daniel and Ethan shared their stories. Daniel spoke of Arya with a mixture of regret and longing, revealing the depths of his feelings for her. "She hated me," he admitted, his voice heavy with sorrow. "I forced her into this life, made her one of us. I thought it was the only way to protect her, but I was wrong. She never wanted this." Ethan listened intently, his initial anger giving way to understanding. He could see the pain in Daniel's eyes, the genuine remorse that haunted him. Despite everything, Daniel's love for Arya was undeniable. "I get it," Ethan said quietly. "You did what you thought was right. And she loved you too, in her own way. I can see that now." 5. A moment of understanding. Ethan's words were a balm to Daniel's tormented soul. He had feared that Ethan would never understand, that he would only see him as the monster who had ruined Arya's life. But now there was a glimmer of forgiveness, a sense of shared grief that bound them together. "Thank you," Daniel whispered, feeling a weight lift from his shoulders. 6. The revelation. As their conversation deepened, Ethan revealed a startling piece of information. "I know who killed Arya," he said, his voice laced with a mix of sadness and anger. "It was Marcus, the vampire hunter." Daniel's eyes widened in shock. "Marcus? But why?" Ethan clenched his fists, the memories of that fateful night flooding back. He was on a crusade to wipe out all vampires. He didn't care who got caught in the crossfire. Arya was just another casualty in his war. 7. Planning the hunt. Fueled by a renewed sense of purpose, Daniel and Ethan began to plan their hunt. Marcus had to be stopped, not just for Arya's sake, but for the countless others who had suffered at his hands. They meticulously mapped out their strategy, identifying Marcus's known hideouts and the patterns of his movements. "We need to be smart about this," Daniel said, his eyes glinting with determination. "Marcus is dangerous, and he won't go down without a fight. But together, we can do this." Ethan nodded in agreement, his resolve matching Daniel's. We'll bring him down, and his crew with him. For Arya, their plan was set. The hunt for Marcus and his crew would be their ultimate test. A final confrontation that would determine the course of their future. As they prepared for the battle ahead, they knew that their bond formed through shared loss and newfound understanding would be their greatest strength. 8. The hunt begins. The night was dark, the air thick with anticipation. Daniel and Ethan moved through the city with purpose, their every step calculated and precise. They had gathered intelligence on Marcus's whereabouts, learning that he was holed up in a fortified compound on the outskirts of the city. As they approached the compound, their senses were heightened. Every sound and shadow scrutinized for signs of danger. They knew that Marcus would have guards, and that getting to him would be no easy feat. But they were ready. Their resolve was unbreakable, their mission clear. 9. The first strike. They struck under the cover of darkness, moving silently and efficiently. Daniel's vampire abilities allowed him to neutralize the guards with swift, deadly precision. Ethan, with his enhanced strength and agility, was a whirlwind of destruction. His movements a blur as he fought alongside Daniel. They made their way through the compound, encountering resistance at every turn. But their determination never wavered. They were driven by the memory of Arya, by the need to avenge her and end Marcus's reign of terror.